Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am Shokari, coach for the Showtime Mr. Mimes, and we are back for Week 5 of the Dawn Draft League, hosted by Sierra Dawn and organized by her amazing team of mods. This week, we are facing off against the Avathuggs, who have drafted Tornadus Incarnate, Zapdos, Colossal, Alolan Ninetales, Dracovish, Mamoswine, Inteleon, Moltres, Arctovish, Avathuggs, and Sceptile. From the past 4 weeks, we can see very strong trends. Tornadus, Zapdos, and Dracovish have been brought to every game, with Mamoswine and Inteleon to 3 each. Sceptile has come for 2 games. Alolan Ninetales, Colossal, Moltres, and Avathuggs have all seen 1 game each, with Arctovish having yet to debut. Other trends we can spot is Inteleon being used to activate weakness policies on either Colossal or Sceptile, through the use of Aqua Jet or Ice Shard, respectively. Zapdos has always had a Life Orb, with Hurricane, Thunderbolt, Weather Ball, and Protect. Sceptile has been both physical and special, so it will be hard to predict which it could be if it shows up. Inteleon and Sceptile could even use their respective pledge moves to create a swampy arena to drastically slow down my team. Potentially, they could also run weakness policy on Zapdos or Moltres, so I really just need to remove Inteleon quickly so they can't set up any of these plays. Tornadus has ran Mental Herb before, so I cannot safely taunt it to shut down Tailwind. It would seem very safe to assume that Tornadus, Zapdos, and Dracovish will appear again, and I'm definitely betting on Inteleon since it can enable a lot of different sweepers. Which leaves our big question as to what those sweepers might be. Colossal has a phenomenal matchup into Charizard, and can even take on Duraludon if it has Max Quake. Sceptile is very threatening as it outspeeds almost everything on my team if Unburden activates, making dealing with it very troublesome. Mamoswine does relatively well into my own team, having good coverage against most of it and being difficult to take out due to its natural bulk and thick fat. Moltres is a solid special attacker with good coverage, but kind of pales in comparison to Colossal who can just steamroll teams. Avathuggs was used as a bulky Assault Vest user, but alongside Arctovish just doesn't feel like it could show up at all. Alolan Ninetales could be good for setting up Aurora Veil for protection, but it could also even run Ice Shard to activate a weakness policy for Zapdos. With all of this info in mind, Mienshao is definitely a must-bring alongside Whimsicott. Fake Out is simply too good to pass up this time, preventing Tailwind or a priority move that starts a weakness policy strategy with Whimsicott to match Tailwind. Barrascuda feels good as well, outspeeding Unburdened or Tailwinded Sceptile and quite likely KOing with Max Airstream, and can even set up Psychic Terrain with Max Mindstorm to stop priority attacks afterwards. It also has a good matchup into Colossal, Mamoswine, and Moltres. Charizard isn't terrible, having a decent matchup into most things, though Zapdos will be a bit of a pain, and Colossal won't be terrible if we can get both Sun and Tailwind up, as Timid Charizard under Tailwind outspeeds modest, Steam Engine boosted Colossal by just a few points. Dugtrio could be good here, having a good matchup into several Pokemon, but the only problem is that their damage output is much higher than its own, and they can quite possibly outspeed it. Duraludon might be a decent pick as well, being relatively neutral against a lot of my opponent's team, and it can also reliably deal with Dracovish, something that might end up terrorizing me. Snorlax, and by extension Dusclops, could also be good here. Both are incredibly tanky and will be hard for the enemy to KO, meaning I should be able to get Trick Room up if they don't leave Taunt Tornadus or something fast that can also use Taunt. It doesn't seem to be their style though, so this might be a safe play to make. Hatterene wouldn't be terrible here as an alternative Trick Room abuser, but it does have a rough matchup into Colossal and Moltres because it doesn't have good coverage into them, and I think their natural bulk means that my neutral psychic damage won't pick up KOs even with a weakness policy boost. Latias is pretty good in theory, but on paper not so much. It has a wide enough coverage to deal with the opponent's Pokemon, but it would really appreciate having more power like Latios to be able to more reliably pick up KOs. Manectric is fine to deal with Zapdos' electric attacks, but other than that, should struggle with most of their team as it simply lacks the options to handle them. So after a very, very long time trying to decide how to go here, I've opted for Whimsicott, Charizard, Barrascuda, Mienshao, Dusclops, and Snorlax. Whimsicott will enable my fast sweepers to be able to keep pace by matching Tailwind from Tornadus, with Switcheroo and Full Incense to slow down the faster threats, like, say, Sceptile, and allow me to get a clean KO. If they end up running Weakness Policy on Sceptile, the Ice Shard damage from Inteleon will be enough to let Barraskewda pick up a KO with Max Airstream after the switcheroo. Charizard can deal with everything once the sun is up, but we will also need Tailwind so we can outspeed, as Physical Sceptile has ran Rock Slide before, which will KO me, and we need to both outpace and outright KO Colossal. Barraskewda has the interesting tech of Scale Shot to allow it to handle Dracovish, something it otherwise can't do. Mienshao has Stone Edge to help with Moltres should it arrive, with Helping Hand to help someone that might need the extra push. Dusclops is the same bulky set as last week, being able to survive +2 Colossal and a Soak plus Max Overgrowth combo from a special Sceptile. Snorlax can handle literally everything once Belly Drum goes up, and has proven to me in the past that it doesn't even need Trick Room to function, but having it up means nothing will stop it. Between Max Replenish and Max Quake, virtually every threat should be dealt with. Ice Punch is there just for a little extra coverage. I ran a lot, and I mean a lot of damage calcs to figure out what to bring. Sceptile was almost guaranteed to KO a lot of my team between Weakness Policy and Unburden, making my Tailwind kind of irrelevant, which is why I've opted for the full Incense switcheroo, as Cotton Spore unfortunately doesn't work on Sceptile as it is a grass type. The full Incense will actually work on everything they have, so Whimsicott is a relatively safe lead. Dusclops and Snorlax both specifically will not be KO'd by +2 Sceptile or Colossal, their most common Weakness Policy holders. Dusclops might be in a bit more trouble if it ends up being a physical Sceptile, but I'm honestly not too worried if it is. I don't plan on even bringing Trick Room until Game 2 at the earliest, and that's if my switcheroo plan just fails spectacularly. If you guys are enjoying my analysis and want to see more, go ahead and leave a like, or maybe consider subscribing so you can keep up with the Draft League videos I'll be posting every week for its duration. Our analysis and preparation are behind us, and the only thing ahead is to properly execute on them. Let's go ahead and get right into Game 1 against the Avathuggs. Alright, and so it is looking like they have Inteleon, Colossal, Tornadus, Avathugg, okay that's interesting, Zapdos, and Dracovish. That's pretty much what I was expecting here. It's probably a safe bet for us to maybe go Whimsicott and Barraskewda. That feels pretty good here. It's good against the Colossal, it's good against the Dracovish, so that's a pretty safe bet. I think Mienchao's fine in the back, and probably Charizard. That should run our team out quite nicely, I think. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting. The Avathug's the only real difference. I was expecting Mamoswine in its place, but that's not too terrible, I don't think. So, hopefully the switcheroo will pay off here. We'll just have to see. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So what are they leading? It has to be Tornadus something or Inteleon Colossal. It's Tornadus Zapdos. Okay, so that's not super great for us, but that isn't terrible. I don't think they will max here, because they can just easily deal with the Barraskewda, and even if they do, that's totally fine, because we're definitely not wasting our max. So we'll just go ahead and slow the Zapdos down, and then probably hit it with a Liquidation. Yeah, Liquidation sounds fine. I don't think we need to go for, like, a max move. Yeah, we'll just get some damage on here, and maybe we can clean it up. Or, actually, Tornadus? No, Zapdos is fine. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. We'll just clean it up in the back with Charizard or Mienshao. That's probably fine. Zapdos, though. Okay, they are maxing. It's the Zapdos, right? There's no way they're maxing Tornadus. Like, okay, so Barraskewda is definitely dead here. They could go for a max Airstream or maybe a max Lightning. Either one's fine, and by fine I mean fine to KO me, not fine in general. Go for the Tailwind. Okay, that's pretty fine. Probably should have matched Tailwind here, actually. Oh, we do. So the Zapdos is now just going to be slow from now on. It's just going to not. Okay. Oh, it's the Airstream into Barraskewda. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that isn't great. Yeah, that is not wonderful. Okay, we can probably bring in Mienshao. I don't know if Rockfall will kill. Will a Solar Power boost from Charizard KO? Guess we have to find out. Solar Power boosted from max overheat, like the wildfire from overheat, that should be good enough, right? Like, I would assume that would be good enough. Unless it's like a bulky Zapdos, in which case, ooh, that's not fun at all. Yeah, we did take away their life orbs, so that's pretty good. So this shouldn't KO us. This should probably bring us to the yellow, I would expect. Okay, they do have the taunt. That's what I was afraid of. That is... Okay, that's really not good. Hopefully this does, like, decent damage. You'd at least have. Oh. I'm suddenly not feeling very good about this. Oh my god. Even without a life orb, that, like, almost KO'd us. Wow. Okay. Okay, I did not prepare for this. I tunneled way too hard on Colossal or Sceptile shenanigans, and I ignored the obvious threat in front of me in the Zapdos. Yeah, and 4 out of 6 of my team is weak to it. I should have brought Dugtrio or Duraludon. That would have been much better. Maybe even Latias. But I think Duraludon or Dugtrio would have been better for the Steel typing. And then they both resist or are immune to Electric after that as well. So yeah, that might have cost me. That might have cost me this whole match. I don't have a good answer for the Zapdos. Okay, well, maybe Trick Room. Maybe? I don't know. If they double up into Snorlax, will that KO it? I'm not sure. Hold on, I need to go run a calc. Okay, after we get Zap here, I'll run it. Okay, so Snorlax should survive if they double up into it, and still be able to get a Belly Drum off. So that might work. Okay, I'm bringing me and Shao Charizard in the back just in case. Okay, so this is our only hope. If we can get Snorlax to just get set up, we might be able to make this work. Otherwise, this might be the fastest match I have played so far. Okay. I know this Snorlax can absolutely take over if I can get it set up correctly, so let's just go for it. Let's just... Oh, they have Taunt. They have Taunt. Well, okay. If they go for the Taunt, that means they're not doubling up in the Snorlax, which means we should be able to... Like, okay, I know the Snorlax can function outside of Trick Room. I have used it before. I will link that video down below if you guys want to check that out. Like, this Snorlax does not need Trick Room to function. But, oh man, this is gonna be rough. Okay, we have a pretty good, decent amount of health, so if we Dynamax, that brings us up quite a bit. Yeah, and we can get the heal off of Replenish. So... Okay, yeah, that's gonna just have to be the play. Yeah, we're just gonna really have to pray that Replenish gives us the heal. Otherwise... Yeah, this is pretty much over. Okay, like, we will one-shot the Zapdos, like, that's not a question here. The Zapdos is going down, but what happens after that? Because I have no idea what they've got. And Trick Room's not up, so I can't guarantee I can outspeed and KO something. So this is gonna be a little scary. Quite scary. Which just goes to show, you can do all the prep in the world, but if you overlook one thing, that one thing could very well be the... Oh my... Ah, that was so much damage! Ah, that was so much damage! Okay, we just need the heal. We need the heal. Okay, the berries dropped, so that should give us the heal, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So I think it's like the berries don't drop if you don't pick up a berry. I didn't get a berry. I didn't heal. And it's Dracovish, no! Okay, yeah, we'll have to fake out the Dracovish, and maybe the Tornadus is attacking into the Mienshao with Air Slash? So maybe I can KO the Dracovish, so Charizard can actually do something. Air Slash. Oh no. Oh no. As I was saying, it just goes to show you can prep a lot, and if there's one thing you fail to prep for, that one thing might very well be the thing that ends up doing you in. As we have seen here. I did not prep for the Zapdos, I did not pay the Zapdos the respect it was due, and now we have, I think, been cleanly 2-hit KO. We've lost 2-0, or 0-2, because we did not prep for the Zapdos correctly. But, yeah, that's fine. Our opponent definitely played that well. They definitely played that well. We did not pay them the full respect that they were due, and so they came away with the win here. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content. I will be uploading these every week where it's going. We still have 2 weeks left in the regular season, so if I can manage to eke out a win both weeks, then I will be making it into the playoffs. So hopefully we can get that done. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.